Donald Trump once again coming off yet another very bad week where really almost every day things just seem to get worse for him. So joining me now to talk about the latest developments that have happened within just the last 7 days is Heather Digby Parton from Salon.com. Heather, always wonderful to have you here on Ring of Fire. Welcome back. Lot of stuff, right? I mean, my goodness, every day, there is some new development in this document scandal. And at some point, you got to wonder, what is Trump's end game? How does he even navigate any of this? Because every day it's just so much worse. You wake up and it's so much worse for him.
Well, absolutely. Thanks for having me, first of all. And yeah, I went on vacation thinking, oh, it's the dog days of August, not much happens. Congress will be in recess. It's all, and, the lid blew off of everything with Donald Trump down there in Mar-a-Lago, and you're in Florida. So you're right in the middle of all that stuff. And it's an astonishing story. I mean, even by Donald Trump standards, and we've seen a lot. I mean, he was impeached twice. He led an insurrection and a coup. But even after doing all those things and being, voted out of office, although he won't admit it, I think he knows that he was, he still absconded from the White House when he left with literally hundreds of classified documents, it appears. And the National Archives very, gently tried to get them back. They sent him letters. They tried to cajole him. They said, we really need them. Over and over again, they tried. I mean, this has become clear just in the last few days how much the National Archives really treated him with kid gloves in a way that would never happen with anybody else who had a bunch of classified documents in their storage room. But they did. And then, finally they had to get the Department of Justice involved because he wasn't being forthcoming. They ended up subpoenaing him to get the documents. He still wasn't being forthcoming. He gave a few back, but held on to a number of others, which they knew. I mean, I think the National Archives had some awareness of what he had, and they knew that he hadn't given them all back. And there also appears to have been some kind of a witness who, talked to the Department of Justice about what they knew about all this. And then finally they did this search at the beginning of August. And then ever since then, Trump has been treating this like this is just a great thing for him. It's just terrific because he's collecting some money from the rubes who are, willingly giving this billionaire money all the time, which I'll never understand. And so he thinks this is really working out great for him. And it really is not. This is not a good story for Donald Trump. It really isn't. Although they're trying to spin it that way, the Republicans and Trump, this is a terrible abuse of power. And it's the Gestapo knocking, storming Mar-a-Lago to take the documents. Whatever. It really isn't a good story for him. And on some level, even his people have to know it. I mean, these are people, after all, who spent the last 5 years chanting gleefully, lock her up, about Hillary Clinton, who they found literally 3 classified documents in the documents that were turned over that, that she cooperated with the Department of Justice and gave them. And they were low-level classified documents and nothing like what we're seeing now. I mean, from what we heard from the New York Times this week, there are 700 classified documents in the cache that he took out of there. And some of them, the highest level of classification that exists. So, I mean, this is not a story that I was confused when it broke about the fact that everybody was going, oh my goodness, Donald Trump's really going to benefit from this one. I'm going, are you people crazy? I mean, yes, the country's gone mad, but they haven't gone that mad, that this is okay. So yes, this is an amazing story. And I think it gets wilder by the day as the more we find out, the crazier it gets, as is per usual with Donald Trump.
Yeah. And what's interesting along that point too, was I think a day or two after it happened, you had Cassidy Hutchinson, who of course was, the star witness over the summer. She actually came out and said, congratulations, you just handed the next election to Donald Trump. And sure, I mean, there was probably a few hours, right after it happened, where a lot of people thought, oh no, this is going to create the sympathy. But then when just even a little bit of information started coming out, we immediately did see the shift in the polls where most Americans say, oh, actually, I do support that. Independents say, yeah, I support this. No, I don't support attacking the FBI. Even I think about 50% of Republicans say, yes, I'm okay that this happened. So whatever little bump Trump got from this, thinking, oh, great, no publicity is bad publicity.
Right.
That really washed away after about 24 to 48 hours. But he doesn't realize that. Like,
No.
he still thinks this is the best thing to ever happen to him. And it's really not. It's looking worse and worse by the day. And we're seeing these big shifts in the polling data just from all of this too. So it ain't working out the way they think it is. And if they continue to pretend otherwise, hey, that's probably going to help the Democrats in the end. To get this full interview and access to the complete Ring of Fire podcast archives, sign up at rofpodcast.com and become a member.